It's official. Roman Anthony is now on the IL, and it's for a longer period of time than we all anticipated. I'm here to break down all of the new updates and why it is not yet time to panic if you're a part of Red Sox Nation. We'll break down all of that on this episode of Red Sox Digest. But first, please do remember, scroll down, click the subscribe button, help us hit our new goal of 10,000 subscribers. We do appreciate the love and support, so thank you guys. But now let's get to it and break down where the Red Sox go from here. Now, Roman Anthony, undoubtedly, there's no argument to be had against Roman Anthony in the overall abilities he maintains and that he has showcased since being called up to the major league level since the early stages of June. Now, Roman's underlying metrics as well as just the flat out stats and the eye test and however you would like to go about judging Roman Anthony and the skills he maintains, he's passing with flying colors. But last night against the Cleveland Guardians, he made a few swings where he didn't look all that comfortable. And on one of the check swings, he grimaced and held his back, his lower left-hand part of his back, after he went on to strike out again with two more very uncomfortable swings on very slow curveballs just out of the zone. He walked back to the dugout where he again was holding his lower back. End up that he was called out of that game. He would not return to that baseball game, where then today, September 3rd, he got an MRI. Now, we have all been waiting and waiting and waiting to hear the actual diagnosis of the MRI and really the severity of the back issue, where now we do know. Alex Cora on Roman Anthony speaking on WEEI Afternoons, quote, he's going on the IL. He has an oblique strain. Timetable, we don't know. Usually takes from 4 to 6 weeks. Now, that was the end of the quote from Alex Cora speaking on Roman Anthony. So, Roman is going to the IL. It is going to be longer than that 10 days that we were obviously hoping to hear about. It is going to be closer to 4 to 6 weeks. Now, will it end up actually being that long, if not longer? We don't know yet. There are reports, there's a lot of speculation from people who are not doctors that this is going to take longer, that the oblique is something you really don't want to rush and try to force to play on because it can get severely worse and it can set you back even longer. With Roman being 21 years of age, you could see how the Red Sox organization as a whole and the vast majority of the fan base would not want to see Roman push back early just for a run at the Fall Classic this season. Now, people are also assuming that this season is officially over without Roman Anthony in the lineup. Now, the underlying metrics, like we mentioned earlier, as well as the eye test and however else you would like to review and grade Roman Anthony's play up to this point in his career, it's all good. Everything you watch, everything you see is very, very good. Yes, two single things on this Baseball Savant page don't really stand out, and that is the whiff percentage as well as the K percentage, those both being way below league average. Everything else in the top percentiles of the entirety of the league. And just to remind you guys, he's 21 years of age. He's only been doing this for 4.5 months, just to keep that in mind. Now, if you look, obviously it's not the whole season. He's been doing it, or it has been the whole season, but over the last month, even less than, he's been destroying baseball. So the last 7 days, he's hitting 333. The last 15 days, he's hitting 344. In the last 30 days, he's hitting 311. They just can't get this kid out. Pitchers are scared to throw to him when they throw the fastball. If it's not 110 miles per hour, you are going to make the mistake. And even when the pitcher, like Paul Skeens did in Fenway Park just a few days ago, when you do throw 90-something, 98, 99, 100, he can still get on top of it and he can still hit it a country mile. So, where do the Red Sox go from here? Now that individual in Roman Anthony is not going to be a part of this Red Sox team day in and day out for at least the next month, if not longer. As now it's September 3rd. This is the biggest month for the Red Sox. They have a chance to not only obviously make the playoffs, which they at this rate absolutely will, knock on wood, but to possibly make a run at the AL East division in its entirety. The overall 2.5 games back from the Toronto Blue Jays, tied with the New York Yankees at 2.5 games back, that is. And the Red Sox own the season, the tiebreaker with the Yankees. They do. They have beaten them 8-1 this season. It has been just an act of domination against the Pinstripes this year for the Boston Red Sox, which has been a joy to watch. But will it matter now that Roman's gone? I'm here to tell you it absolutely will. Yesterday, the Boston Red Sox hung 11 runs against the Cleveland Guardians. Yes, I understand it's the Guardians, and they are abysmal. Not only pitching, but when it comes to the offensive abilities, they're subpar. Last night, we saw a very, very good offensive Cleveland Guardians team. Why do I say that? Well, they lit Garrett Crochet's ass up in the sixth inning, just jumped all over him. I took the trash out. I came back from commercial break, and there was 6 runs on the board for Cleveland. I was scratching my head. And Crochet was still on the mound. That team had a moment last night. But the Boston Red Sox offense went out there and continued to get the job done. It didn't matter if they were playing with a substantial lead, if they were playing from behind, if it was late stages of the game, first 2-3 innings of the game, they were all there. Say Don Rafaela. Roman only had 1 hit. It was a single that resulted in an RBI. Absolutely will not take that away from him. But the point I'm trying to make is the offense from top to bottom, now from, let's just remove Roman, from 2 to 9 here. There are a lot of good bats in this lineup that have the ability to go out there and score runs against anybody in the league. And I know the pitching they were facing off against last night in specific was not great, but they did get to Hunter Gladys, and they did get to Cade Smith, and they were able to get and beat around on those guys, ending up scoring 4 runs in the top of the ninth, or the bottom of the 8th inning, and really pulling that game out of reach. They didn't have to use Aroldis Chapman because of that, which is always good to give him another day of rest to be able to come back even fresher than he would have been last night. And it's the guys like Alex Bregman. It's guys like Jarren Duran. It's guys like Nathaniel Lowe, the newest Boston Red Sox, who has been absolutely phenomenal since being acquired. He's hitting .333. He has 2 home runs, 8 RBIs, and he's absolutely smashing the baseball when in Fenway, something that we can get very accustomed to watching as he's just finding his rhythm. He's just finding his spot in this Red Sox lineup, and it's only going to continue to get better and better when he is more comfortable and he does find a rhythm and he knows his footing and things are actually working out for him. And he's not the only one. Trevor Story, this was 10 days ago. He was the only player in the AL with 20 home runs, 20 plus stolen bases, and 80 plus RBIs. That was 10 days ago, and Trevor Story continues to go out there and do more and more and more. Last night, stealing another bag, 25 of 25 on the season. He's on pace for 90 plus RBIs. He's on pace for 25 plus home runs. He is just doing it. And yes, the average is not great, and the underlying metrics are not great either. And there's no way to slice it. This hurts my eyes to look at. But when you need a big hit and Trevor Story is on or in the batter's box, he can get the job done. And a lot of the time he does. The Red Sox are 21-1 this season when he hits a home run in the game. He is one of the biggest X factors, if not the biggest, for the Boston Red Sox, and he needs to go out there and continue to swing the bat the way he has, as well as play the defense that he has been, because last night he was just having a highlight reel at shortstop last night. He had multiple plays. Crochet ended up saying after the game that was the Trevor Story I watched when I was in college, like when Story was in Colorado as a shortstop for the Rockies. He looks like he turned the clock backwards, and it is a joy to watch. We need it to maintain and not even pick up possibly even pick up a step because of the loss of Roman Anthony. But again, it's not just him. We're not asking one guy. We're not hoping for one guy to win ball games. It's a collective effort from a great collection of talent that may be a bit banged up right now. But by the time of mid-September to early October, they should be fully healthy. Outside of Roman, who should be coming back maybe a week or two after that period, and things could really get going. Willie will return. Roman will return later enough. Alex Bregman needs to pick it up. There's no way around it. This is the last guy we're really going to acknowledge because we know he's been around the block. We know he has been a very, very good, consistent ball player on both sides of the diamond. But as of late, he is not getting the job done, to say the least. Where did I put his stats? I put him somewhere. I don't know where I put him. Okay. He's hitting like 158 over the last 15 days. It's not good. It's not the same old Alex Bregman we watched earlier this season or even up until about a month ago. He's just in a bit of a slump right now. Look for a big swing tonight in Fenway Park in replacement of Roman Anthony to really not only get the offense going for the Red Sox, but Alex Bregman to pull himself out of that slump and get things going again. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys on the next episode of Red Sox Digest.